Ahoy out there, wireheads and joy toys, corpo, facemen, and street samurai. This is Lupus Daemon Sandifer streaming to you live over NetSpace, telling you to grab some kibble and slot in. It's time for another edition of Generation Cyberpunk. With me today we have Graham.
Hello.
Matt.
Hello.
Barry.
Present.
Aaron.
Hello.
Sammy.
Hello.
And Zareth.
Hello.
Today we're discussing the YouTuber White Bat Audio, aka Carl Casey. Will his music be the first to be determined cyberpunk on this podcast? Let's check in and find out. So, before we really get into the discussion of the music, I just want to give a little bit of a background on White Bat Audio, aka Carl Casey. White Bat Audio is a YouTube channel that first published videos about 4 years ago. At the time of this podcast specifically. Now, obviously, if you're watching this, 2025 or later, it was longer.
Mm-hmm.
It also, at this point, has 191,000 subscribers and 700 videos. Well, White Bat Audio does many styles of music. We're only focusing on his cyberpunk stuff in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
So, first of all, I want to find out who listened to his music. I made a playlist.
I was listening most of it. I didn't get to finish it.
But you listened to enough to be able to formulate an opinion.
Yes.
I listened to random videos. I didn't realize that you had a playlist put together.
It was in the On Topic Music and Media channel here. We have actually one of those on here.
Okay.
I used to forget we had it. I would always post things in general or in the off topic, and then I realized it said on top Cyberpunk Music, but when you click on it, it says and media. So it's actually both things. And the playlist was posted on January 25th, so only about a day ago. It's not like a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's why you probably didn't see it.
I got about a third of the way through it, and then I scrolled down the rest of the playlist I hadn't listened to yet, and I noticed that all of them, YouTube said I'd already watched those videos. So I'm just like, I've heard all these before. Okay.
Now,
so
if you have any,
skipping the last 2/3.
If you have any specific favorites on that, feel free to let me know, because I'm going to be playing it, of course, during the podcast, so I can always play some of your through. I've got them.
I do want to say something before we begin.
Yeah.
I think this is odd because it's got nothing to do with the music at all. However, I think as criteria for the music, the album or the single or etc., the picture used to represent the music is it cyberpunk themed.
That's a good way to think of it. I never thought about that.
For instance, looking at the link to that playlist right now, it's the same picture 4 times in a square, but it's a guy smoking a cigarette wearing some kind of weird cybernetic eyewear.
It's the cover of Neuromancer.
Yes. That. I forgot the name of it, thank you. But if the music has an album or a single and it uses art like that to represent itself, I would say that is criteria for adding to the cyberpunkness.
I would say that's more of an optional.
Yeah, again, because it's not actually the music, because it's not the sound, but it is the picture representing the music.
So I'll say utilizes art that is cyberpunk inspired.
Sure.
Cyberpunk /
optional.
Cyberpunk. Well, it's in key elements. We don't have optional. I'll just play. I put utilizes
optional.
Okay. Option. Right.
Unless someone else has a better idea than this is our first optional.
Cyberpunk.
I don't know. Personally, for
I
me,
think this is an option.
personally to me, the artwork on a piece of music is actually kind of important for me.
Yeah, I was gonna
Just
say
because of album art.
I was gonna say if you ever seen the art of The Divide or like anything from Iron Maiden, it's Very important. Iron Maiden has a lot of crazy covers. Megadeth also.
Yeah, except there is the Black Album and the White Album, so you know.
Well, there are exceptions. I'm just saying, like, generally. By the way, I have it up on screen now, too, for those who are watching on stream. You'll see it. Got key elements on the right with optional elements. Utilizes art that is cyberpunk or cyberpunk-inspired, because maybe it's not actually from a piece of work that is, like, say, a screenshot from Blade Runner, screenshot from RoboCop, which I've seen that. He has both of those. He has an absolute ton of John Carpenter screenshots he uses for Whitebed Audio.
I called it cyberpunk-like images.
Ah.
Cyberpunk-like images? Alright, I'm going to put it that way then. So, so what is the wording? So, cyberpunk-like images album art contains, or what do you mean?
I just did cyberpunk-like images.
Yeah,
Okay.
like for the video or whatever.
I mean,
Right, because they're also going to count music video. That makes sense. Cyberpunk-like images. I'll put that in.
If it's something that's only an audio recording and there's no picture associated with it, then that's why it's optional.
Gotcha.
Okay, so Mathodar, you talked about favorites.
Yeah.
My personal favorites of White Bats are Neuromancer, Self-Destruct, and Drunken Master.
All right, I'm going to go play Neuromancer. It's only a minute and 52 seconds. It's now. All right,
Yeah,
and
most
then
of the videos on there are really short.
I'm only playing it for about 30 seconds each. What was the second song? I'll go prep it.
Self-Destruct.
All right. I'll do Self-Destruct in a second here. Once it hits 30 seconds. And then what's the third? I'll set it up after.
Drunken Master.
Drunken Master. Okay, copy. All right, so that is Neuromancer, which I like that one a lot. I've heard that so many times. That's one of my favorites too. Here's Self-Destruct. And then the next one you said was Drunken what? Drunken Master. I see it. Yes, I've only played 30 seconds each.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about being copyright struck.
Yeah, Whitepad is really good for background music for anyone that needs background music for streaming. But that's not what we're judging today.
And this is Drunken Man. Next. Obviously, for a lot of the other artists, I will not be able to play long snip songs, discuss them. I'll have to play like 5 seconds. Anything more than 7, copyright. I know how that works.
There are people that have only spoken with their own voice in videos and they've gotten a copyright strike for music, and I'm just like, how?
I don't know. There, and it'll play the entire Drunken Master one, obviously. Last of our here. But anyone else any other favorites? Let me know. Be more than happy to switch to those as we go through.
I don't know them by name. I know that generally I think it was one of their albums. It was like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I forget the Doom album on there. I liked that one.
Okay.
I went through some of the stuff that it recommended for me. So going off of his YouTube channel, I went Undercover in Paradise, Empress, Alone, which is Dystopian Dark Synth Mix. And then there was one other one that I can't seem to find right now.
That was from the crime thriller theme cover. I see that. I have all of the albums and artist stuff up on here. For those who didn't know, I have 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 50 seconds worth of it, and that doesn't include any of the songs he's released last 3 months.
Yeah, I had a question now. Since I wasn't here yesterday for your discussion. How are we going to determine if the music's cyberpunk or not?
Well,
Did you look at the checklist?
Yeah, we have key element listing. I mentioned it earlier in the podcast that it's even on screen. We even added something to it. I don't know how you missed that, Zareth.
I put it under key elements, Matt, not optional elements.
Oh, for cyberpunk-like images?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I thought that would be more optional because not everything
everything
is gonna have pictures.
everything is optional because that's the thing is we're not using a core tenants. We're just doing key elements. So the reason we did that is at the moment we don't really have enough to determine what's actually core to it, because it's such a wide variety of music that might be considered that. Hence why we have key elements at the moment. If we find something that all of them have exactly in common, then we can actually start narrowing it down. But at the moment, this is how we're doing it.
Yeah. Also, just to hint, not completely a spoiler, but down the line, one of the bands I suggested we look into if they're cyberpunk is one of the big four. If you know, you know. If you know me, you know which one. But past that, I'm not saying. You gotta wait.
Okay.
You have someone asking for following on Twitter. I don't know what the story is with that.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if that person's a bot or not.
That's why I asked a response. Because I'm not going to even say their name, because if I've had to block or time out people before that were.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was reading that and I'm like, wait a moment.
I was watching, it didn't actually have anything to do with what we're talking about, which is why I mentioned it only because it seemed relevant. Because
find someone with more followers. Ugh.
We have 24 followers on Twitch. We've made it, guys.
Yeah, we're a third of them.
Yes.
I have over 150 now, but it's taken me since 2017, so I know how that goes.
Yeah.
Hey, if we all watch the stream, I think if you get like about 5 or 7 unique viewers or whatever, or 5 or 7 viewers, you get paid, right?
Well, we're at 4 at the moment, and you're not wrong. I think it's 7 or more. Sorry, it's 5 or more consistent, because I'm an affiliate also, so it was 5. But it's got to be our average, which means we have to hit 5 every time for a month. So 4 times a month. We don't stream for long enough to usually hit it also, because I have to stream hours in a month. We don't hit that.
Yeah.
I had to actually do long streams in 2020 to my goal. About 3 months to finally get.
So I have another question.
Yeah.
As someone who listens to a lot of music, so the artwork to the song has to match the song, right? Because I have seen so many pictures to songs that do not match. They don't click or match.
I mean,
well.
it has to match. If you're listening to an album, the artwork has to match the album. The feel of the album.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely seen a bunch of misses on that one, but not this person in particular.
Right. So
Yeah, so say they generally do a very good job.
The only potential mismatch I could see is if the artwork is a picture of a bunny and it's called Doom music. That's another if you know, you know.
Well, I also saw
that made sense though in context, but it was a dog, not a bunny, unless something.
Yeah. And I also saw an album where I had a picture of a spider demon on there, and it was a happy song. I was like, what?
Well, that was it a Has Been Hotel character? You said Spider Demon.
No,
it was actually a metal song, but that's a story from their time.
Well, I guess it could have been a cover, but fair enough.
Wait, hold on. Back half a topic.
Yeah, let's get back to Whitebed Audio.
Did you miss the bunny reference in Doom? Serious question. Because at the end of the original Doom 30 years ago, it was because they killed his bunny rabbit, and that's why
he went on the revenge spree. Hell yeah.
Oh, are you kidding me?
No, that's
I'm
real.
not kidding.
I never.
Well,
that's
never
the
knew that.
legitimate reason.
Also,
End of episode 3.
Also, if you read the comics, that's where I'm sure you've heard this quote before, but if you didn't know it's from Doom, you're huge, which means you have huge guts. Like that's straight out of the Doom comic.
Lovely. All right. Well,
yeah.
Shall we actually get into the checklist?
Yes, please.
Yes.
All right. So, does this music, because we're not covering an album, we're covering just several bits of music that I put together, or that you listened to on your own.
Does this
it
cover
have-
all of them, or just here and there?
The majority.
Oh, okay.
Fast tempo, high energy, short songs.
I am, let's see,
yeah,
looking at the full list of songs, and I've scrolled halfway down the list. So I'm looking at the median. The median for his songs
on
is
that
3
one.
minutes and 54 seconds is the median. The lowest and shortest song is 1:41, and the longest song is 5 minutes and 43 seconds. That's looking at duration of every single song. Majority of them are
Majority of
3
our
minutes or
average.
less.
Which is an average length of a song.
Yeah.
And if you look at the longer videos, that's multiple songs, and I think the individual songs in those videos are about those lengths.
Now, as for the
Kinda divided
BPM,
along.
I didn't actually go through every single song and do a scan to see what BPM, but I can tell you that at least half of them are fast tempo, high energy.
Mm.
I don't know, like,
So do we check it? Do we not?
well, here's the thing. Like, some of them, yes, do have fast tempos. But you have to be careful that some of them have the illusion of giving off a fast tempo.
What?
Yeah.
So-
Because some songs make you think it's going fast, but in reality, when you listen to it, they're going slow.
What's the minimum tempo required for fast?
That's a question for a music major.
I was gonna say, I
So,
can.
there was a couple of CDs I saw at one point. I don't think I actually bought them. I did hear songs off of them, but they were called 400 BPM. Obviously, we're not going at 400 BPM.
All right. A
Um,
fast tempo refers to a BPM of 120 through 168.
So at least 2 beats a second.
Yeah,
Mm.
because a normal heartbeat is around 72 to 76, which is why a lot of songs are at BPM. Because it's
Yeah.
lub dub, etc. Songs that are calming, ambient songs usually tend to be lower. His songs tend to be about the speed of a heartbeat, so 76 up. There are some that are 100. Majority of them are like around normal. Like,
Mid tempo.
Okay,
Hmm.
so I can.
now the
we can
rhythm
give them a
though,
tempo.
tempo and rhythm are two different things though. Rhythm
Yeah, I
usually
agree
is
with that.
faster.
Yeah, well, we can give them the tempo, but I'm not sure about the song length as being short. Because as far as I can tell from what we all discussed, it's average.
Yeah, we mentioned
About
that. That's short.
Yeah, the 3-ish minutes is not short. High energy, I could argue in favor of that, but that it's still the majority would only check one of those 3, which would ultimately result in a no.
So what's the longest a short song could be and still be short?
A minute or less, in my opinion.
Hmm.
I would argue that it's like, no more than 2.5 minutes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Cyberpunk themes. Now, this one is more for songs with lyrics.
Yeah, and it's hard for songs without lyrics to actually say if it actually is. Well, I guess that's a weird way of looking at it.
So I'm
Like,
just gonna
when
go ahead and
you,
skip the Cyberpunk themes.
Okay, then I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
You go ahead though.
I was gonna say, like, is this a song where you would shut your eyes and you would feel like he's something you would hear in Cyberpunk? But
Well, we have
yeah,
things related
but-
to that later on.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, sorry.
This is just straight up the themes. Like, are you singing about this? Is it about a specific Cyberpunk? Like, say, a song, "Invaders Must Die." Theme, something's gonna crap out of it. It's used for a lot of films for like actions, but it's not directly
Okay,
Cyberpunk.
so yeah, so we can skip this one.
All right.
Yeah.
He doesn't do vocals.
Right. Heavy use of synth.
Check.
Yeah,
Check.
100%.
Mm.
Oh yes. Dark and moody atmosphere. I'd say yes.
Yes.
This one I'm gonna go, but I guess I can see that.
What?
A lot of
Yeah.
his songs are dark.
They're minor
Yeah.
minor key. What is the term? Dark, moody, minor key, aggressive songs that feel like something is like beating you down into the ground. Yeah, I would definitely count that. In my opinion.
Sammy, what's your thoughts?
Amy?
You there, Sammy?
Is the mic off or is he?
I have no idea.
Not muted or deafened in Discord, but headset
doesn't
side,
mean
I don't
anything.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, that's probably true. And you guys do know more than I do about what is Cyberpunk, so I guess I can hand it to you if you feel like it's a dark, moody song. But I just have a large preference of music, so it's just it's gotta really go at that mild to make me feel that way. So.
All right. Experimentation with sound design and